Come update my magnet gallery with me for Halloween. Here is what my September magnet gallery looked like, and I can easily pull all of the September tiles, the ones that are referencing school starting, and then all of the yellow ones as well. I was kind of going with like a pre-fall theme. As for the rest of them, I'm not sure what I'll be able to use or not, so I'm going to leave them for now, but I have a feeling I'm going to pull them. In the garage, I have a pantry with a metal door, and so that is where I store all of my extra non-holiday specific magnets. I was going to see if there was anything here I could pull for Halloween, and I really just don't think so, so I ended up just putting all of my magnets away. In the holiday totes, though, I did have some Halloween ones from last year. For instance, I had these clip-on earrings that looked like spiders to me, so I made them into magnets. These two frames from the Target dollar bins. I'll get the calendar tiles for October. And this year I was lucky enough to thrift lots of Halloween pins. This one was already missing the hardware, so it'll easily become a magnet. However, I thrifted 3 Hallmark pins that all have the pin still attached. Since they're all from the 80s, I'm going to try to salvage the pin part. And I also have a banner I usually hang on our fireplace. However, this year it felt like it was just too busy. I did attach some wooden pieces to the banner last year. I'm going to pull them and see if I can't make some into magnets as well. And I can't forget, I'm going to use some vintage Halloween ephemera I got from Schmamazon to frame. But first, let's pick out which of these wooden cuts that I would like. I can only pick one cat, so I decided the one on the left fit the vibe. I'm also only going to choose one little girl, so I liked the brunette. The kid with the mask was a little bit blurry, and I really liked the bat, and so I decided to pick him for the third. I got out my magnet case, which has all of my magnets organized. I have a lot of different sizes and strengths of magnets, and so I'm just really adding them depending on how heavy the item is. I get asked a lot about the hot glue peeling off or not staying, and in those cases, I will just use E6000. The wooden ones, I ended up putting 2 magnets on, just to straighten them out. As for the pins, I decided I was going to glue on some felt to a magnet and then just poke it through, but these were too big, and so you could still see the magnet. So I decided to use some smaller ones, and that was a good idea in theory, but it was just too thick. From the side, it looked really goofy. And since these were mass-produced from Hallmark, I went ahead and peeled off the pin part. Don't hate me, guys. At least they're getting another life, and actually they're getting to see a lot more of the world being on my refrigerator. Next, let's frame some items in these thrifted frames. I have some postcard holders, but they are rose gold, and so I really wanted to put something in these black frames because I feel like they're definitely more Halloween. I had already marked some things that I liked, and so I was just going to see if it fit. Unfortunately, a lot of them are postcard size, and they didn't quite fit. They were too narrow. I really liked the vibe of this one, so I was happy that it fit, and I think it looks really great. I love that it kind of brings in a blue color almost. So let's fill the other frame. I really wanted something horizontal, but again, a lot of them were really narrow. This book had so many options, but a lot of them are super creepy. I can totally dig that, but it didn't go with kind of the rest of the theme of my house, so I had to kind of steer a little bit clear of that. Like this picture, awesome. Just didn't really fit the refrigerator, you know? So I landed on this little girl, and I didn't love that they were both vertical, but I was going to try and work with it. More cats, more pumpkins. Since these frames have glass fronts, I am going to use my extra strength magnets. They even come with a little adhesive patch, so I don't have to worry about the glue. To add one that was landscape, I used this cutout from last year from an old Jack and Jill kids catalog. I believe it was 1966. Now it was time to assemble. As a reminder, here's how my September magnet gallery looked. And here is the October Halloween one. I was able to keep a few pieces, including that vase on the bottom left, which I loved being able to incorporate. I did have some extra die cuts that I thought might look cute on this left side, and I'm glad I added it. It really captures that 90s Halloween feel. What do you guys think? It's so